Yo, Big Kish back up in here. According to Spotlight, Drake's own team had switched up on him and they revealed his darkest secrets. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Told you my nose ain't nose and my allergies been messing up lately. But we're about to get into this video, y'all. Y'all know I like holding. Y'all can't do too much talking. A sneeze about to get me. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I'm talking, the sneeze gonna creep up on me. But we about to get into the video. I'm gonna leave a link in the description. Y'all know I like holding, y'all. Without further ado, let's get it.
Drake may be facing the most critical moment of his entire career. The foundation of OVO, the empire he's built.
Not OVO. We can't do OVO. We can't do OVO. No. Come on, get your AI right, boy. Word is bond.
For over a decade is cracking, and the damage isn't coming from outside rivals. It's happening within. His own team has begun to expose the truth, and they may not even realize it. There's clear tension inside the OVO camp, and recent developments are making that tension public.
Is the gyro, is it deeper?
No, it's the same thing that you see Drake experience. So how did he just have... This is the op page.
Right.
Oh. Playboy Cardi, Pharrell Williams, who I think Screwface on there too somewhere. Damn, what's Screwface at? They got Screwface up there too. This is Drake's op list, y'all. This is Drake's op list. Myron Gang, what the hell? Kid Cudi, Kanye on your outlet. He got Hit a J3 up there. SZA, TDE, Terrence Henderson, Punch. Got Punch up there.
He was just winning consistently more than everybody else in the culture. And then these people start to turn into people that feel like they're ops all over the page, big. Because they keep watching them win.
While Drake has always been known for dominating charts, staying at the top of hip-hop rankings, and navigating beefs with precision, what's happening now is far more dangerous. This isn't just about competition, it's about internal collapse. Today, we take a closer look at what appears to be Drake's biggest misstep yet. Something within the OVO structure is broken, and for the first time, it's playing out for the public to see. Drake's inner circle is showing cracks. From DJ Akademiks accidentally revealing details about OVO's internal moves, to longtime affiliate Baka Not Nice giving interviews that dig even deeper into the controversy, it's becoming clearer that the trouble isn't just lyrical, it's organizational. And then there's the backdrop, Kendrick Lamar's diss track Not Like Us, which didn't just shake the charts, but triggered a series of damaging revelations. The fallout from that track set off a chain reaction, exposing inconsistencies, strategic misfires, and failed damage control efforts within Drake's team. The alarming part? Much of this unraveling isn't being caused by Drake's opponents, it's the result of missteps made by those closest to him.
This is a beautiful time. You know, it's like we say in the world, like you take Drake and Lucian out, that just alters everything because that's such a controlled thing they had, the algorithm, the way.
Guys playing One Dance. Oh, these all Drake's songs. That was #1. Biggest Billboard Hot 100 hit. Oh, this showing that they was forcing them up on everybody.
That they work together to fix the numbers and all that. You know, they have
to working together.
Absolutely, Drake and all this type of shit. Like, we're gonna change your name, actor, and do this shit, man.
That's what makes this so different from a typical hip-hop feud. This time, the damage isn't only coming from bars, it's coming from within his trusted circle. Let's be honest, most artists make mistakes and bounce back. But what's happening with Drake right now is more than a bump in the road. This could mark
That could have danced right there. That was it right there. There you go.
This could mark the beginning of a complete shift in how his legacy is viewed both by fans and by the music industry itself. And as we continue, we'll break down every piece, from the miscommunications within his camp to the interviews that have done more harm than good. Drake's empire isn't just under fire. It's undergoing a public reckoning. If even half of what's being hinted at turns out to be true, then what we're witnessing isn't just the end of a rap feud. It's the internal unraveling of one of music's most carefully maintained reputations. And here's the shocking twist. It's not Kendrick Lamar orchestrating the collapse anymore. The real damage is coming from inside the circle. Members of Drake's closest network, figures like DJ Akademiks and Baka Not Nice, are inadvertently.
Not Academics, man. Not Academics. But yeah, he's falling from inside because people really know him. There's some people that really know him like, dang, yo. And some people like, I can't be down with this fake shit. You know what I'm saying? And they looking at it every day. He doing fake shit. But they just need the bag. They like, damn, I gotta stay with him because he bring it in the bag.
Inadvertently exposing OVO's vulnerabilities. These aren't outside attacks. These are leaks, missteps, and public blunders coming from individuals expected to protect the brand.
So the fact that these niggas is coming together finally, because it's not just about the elimination of Drake, you know, it's like we're gonna tear the head off whoever they got that they thought was in control of all this shit. Like, look at this, it's like they running the numbers, they running on radio, they got the smash, and then, you know, it's like now they not playing Lil Wayne no more because he ain't, you know, he's not directly connected with Lucy. And then they go and like buy the Cash Money shit out. Then they like pick and choose who they want. Oh, we're gonna have Migos 1 week, and then we're gonna have Future this, then we're gonna have 2 Chainz this, that, and they always pick somebody. Oh, then we're gonna have 21.
Before we break down exactly what's happening, be sure to subscribe to and hit that like button. This isn't PR spin or corporate friendly messaging. This is a raw, unfiltered look into what's really happening behind the scenes at OVO. Now let's dive into Drake's current state. Full-blown crisis mode, following the massive impact of Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us, which flipped the industry narrative. Drake has moved to a defensive posture. What started as a lyrical back and forth has evolved into a complete reputational shakeup. In response, Drake has deployed every resource, from online personalities to longtime affiliates, to stabilize the situation. But the strategy feels off. Instead of precision, it comes off as clumsy. And the more they try to clean things up, the more transparent.
He's very clumsy. And this is what the people notice in the background. He's very clumsy. This is what all the rappers notice. They like, oh, I thought he was straight. Nah, he's clumsy. He snatched the mic from P. Diddy. Remember? He snatched the mic from him. He clumsy. That's why I call him Champagne Pissy. Remember T.I. homeboy had pissed on his leg? Yeah, Champagne Pissy.
The panic becomes. We're seeing the blueprint for modern music damage control. Podcast personalities repeating talking points, OVO associates making sudden reappearances, nightly live streams spinning narratives, but the cracks are too wide to hide and the truth continues to slip through them. It's a PR push disguised as confidence, but it doesn't quite land. There's a misalignment between message and tone, and it's exposing more than it's repairing. One of the biggest slip-ups came from DJ Akademiks, a figure often viewed as the unofficial mouthpiece for OVO. When he speaks, it's widely assumed that the words echo the sentiment inside Drake's camp. But that level of alignment becomes risky when emotions run high and pressure builds. During a recent appearance on DJ Vlad's platform, Akademiks let something slip that sent shockwaves through fan circles and industry insiders alike. The moment was brief, but its implications were massive. In trying to defend, he revealed more than intended, hinting at internal conversations and revealing fractures in the OVO strategy. This wasn't just a slip. It was the kind of mistake that shifts narratives and forces reevaluation. The takeaway, Drake's team isn't operating from a place of strength right now. They're scrambling, and the cracks are visible. The clean, calculated control OVO once had over its image is slipping, and the public is watching. A key moment recently unfolded during an interview that's now spreading rapidly across hip-hop commentary circles. It was subtle to the casual listener, but for those tuned into industry nuances, it was explosive. Here's how it went down. DJ Akademiks, attempting to defend Drake's image in the wake of Kendrick Lamar's recent diss tracks, tried to position him as unproblematic. Referencing songs like Euphoria AK made a point to say that Drake hadn't been accused of anything serious. A strange defense, especially when addressing public concerns about reputation and morality. Then came the shift. Vlad pushed back, gently but firmly. He hinted that he'd heard disturbing accounts related to Drake's inner circle and activities taking place at his Hidden Hills residence. These weren't vague rumors. Vlad suggested that if these stories turned out to be true, they could have serious legal consequences for everyone involved. The real moment of impact came in AK's response. He didn't deny the claims. He didn't laugh them off. He didn't reject the accusations outright. Instead, he hesitated, then redirected. His reply? That Drake had probably made agreements, settlements if you will, with those involved to keep things quiet. In a single moment, a conversation meant to defend ended up reinforcing the very narrative it was trying to shut down. When someone as closely connected to Drake as DJ Akademiks acknowledges the possibility of silencing tactics, the implications are enormous. This isn't coming from an outsider, it's from someone seen as an extension of the OVO narrative machine. The topic quickly turned to Hidden Hills, Drake's massive estate. This location has long...
Yeah, that's coming out. That's what Vlad was talking about when he was interviewed by Akademiks. Like, nah, I know some people who know some people that know some people said that Drake and his team was doing something in the Hidden Hills.
Long been the subject of speculation. It's not just a residence, but a command center for the inner circle, a place shielded from public view. For years, whispers about what goes on inside have surfaced, unverified but persistent. But this wasn't speculation anymore. Vlad, someone with real connections, said out loud that he'd heard credible stories tied to that location, and Akademiks, instead of challenging it, validated the idea by bringing up settlements and hush agreements. The moment felt like confirmation, not just of Kendrick's euphoria bars, but of a larger hidden story possibly lingering behind the scenes. And just when the situation seemed to be reaching a boiling point, another player entered the spotlight, Baka Not Nice. What followed next was another major fumble. Rather than managing the damage, Baka made it worse. In an attempt to do PR cleanup, Baka entered the conversation through interviews. But instead of repairing Drake's image or clarifying the situation, he introduced more contradictions, more confusion, and more questions than answers. This wasn't strategic media, it was unfiltered exposure, unraveling an already unstable narrative. The unraveling is gaining momentum, and from the looks of it, those closest to Drake are doing more harm than any rival ever could. Drake's image control may be spiraling, and the most recent example comes directly from inside his own circle. Baka Not Nice, one of the longest standing OVO affiliates, just handed critics another reason to question everything. For those unfamiliar, Baka isn't just a background figure. He's been closely tied to Drake for years, appearing in music, on stage, and in
Baka shouldn't have opened his mouth.
interviews, but his history isn't exactly spotless. There's a documented case in his past, something serious enough that Kendrick Lamar referenced him by name in Not Like Us. That line wasn't just for effect. Kendrick knew exactly what he was doing by name-dropping Baka, and that lyric clearly rattled something. Because soon after, Baka sat down for an interview, and what followed was a complete PR breakdown. First, Baka tried to present strength, suggesting he was ready to respond to Kendrick with a diss track of his own. But then came a crucial moment. He admitted Drake told him not to. That's right, Drake personally called and told Baka to fall back. Pause and think about that. Baka Not Nice, an OVO rep, thought he had lyrical fire for Kendrick Lamar and was shut down from within his own camp. Then things got even more questionable. Baka pivoted from bravado to defense, saying no one can accuse someone without official paperwork. The irony here is hard to ignore. Baka's legal history is public. The documentation exists. This isn't rumor or speculation, it's part of the public record. But it didn't stop there. Baka revealed another detail, that Drake reassured him about the backlash. According to Baka, Drake told him the online hate was mostly coming from bots. Yes, bots. The claim is that negative public reaction across platforms, media, and commentary is just a coordinated digital campaign, not real criticism. That single quote opened a floodgate of backlash. If Drake believes the criticism is fake and driven by online bots, it implies a total disconnect from reality. It also suggests that the strategy isn't just damage control, it's denial. This brings us to the broader problem at OVO. What we're seeing now isn't a one-off misstep. It's a pattern, a public-facing narrative of loyalty, style, and control. While behind the scenes, chaos spreads. DJ Akademiks is on record hinting at non-disclosure payoffs and backroom agreements. Baka is actively trying to reframe his legal past. Meanwhile, the label's public messaging is built on innocence and victimhood. In this Kendrick Lamar feud, Drake has been positioning himself as the wounded party, the one unfairly targeted, the artist simply trying to make music.
He was. Drake started all of this. I'm telling you, that ESPN interview is going to resurface soon. Watch.
But what's being said by those within his circle paints a different picture. A picture of deflection, spin, and internal mismanagement. The contradiction is growing clearer. The narrative that OVO wants to present is now in direct conflict with what its members are revealing, whether intentionally or by accident. The question isn't just about reputation anymore. It's about control and whether OVO has already lost it. Deflection, spin, denial, those tactics can only hold for so long. The pressure is building, and now we're watching it play out in real time. OVO is cracking, and the impact is being felt across the industry. What's happening right now isn't just backlash, it's an implosion, and at the center is Drake's carefully crafted image, now unraveling piece by piece. Let's take a moment to acknowledge Kendrick Lamar's strategic precision. When he dropped Not Like Us, it wasn't just a lyrical attack. It was a direct reflection of everything being concealed. At first, some of the bars sounded exaggerated, almost theatrical. But as time passes, it's clear. Those lines weren't just rhymes. They were revelations in disguise. Kendrick's words are aging like wine. Each day, new commentary and interviews from OVO insiders are inadvertently confirming his claims. DJ Akademiks and Baka Not Nice have become unintentional messengers. Their comments and slip-ups are reinforcing every layer of Kendrick's narrative, one that initially felt extreme but is now proving eerily accurate. From the controlled public image to the quiet silencing of past accusations, the entire operation is under a magnifying glass. And what's most notable, Kendrick hasn't had to follow up. He hasn't dropped another diss track. He hasn't continued the back and forth because he doesn't need to. Drake's circle is doing the work for
the wires in your circle. The wires in your circle. The wires that's in your circle. I'm telling you, if once that money dry up, they gonna start to be revealed. Because they only lingering because you giving up the bag.
For him. The broader story here isn't just about a diss track. It's about Drake's foundation, his empire, experiencing internal collapse. With DJ Akademiks revealing behind-the-scenes damage control and Baka adding confusion by addressing legal concerns with weak rebuttals, the credibility gap is growing wider by the day. Meanwhile, Drake has gone quiet. Reports say he's in album mode, supposedly preparing more tracks in response.
I just seen a video of Drake pulling up to Miami. I don't know if it's recent or before. I don't know. But Rick Ross didn't mention anything about his lawsuit, and Drake is in Miami. But if that footage was recent, is this something going on between Drake, Khaled, and Ross? I don't know. Ross did get tapped up in Toronto.
But the silence is adding fuel to speculation. While supporters try to downplay the impact of Not Like Us, the internal damage is becoming impossible to ignore. This is bigger than any rap feud. In hip-hop, image and credibility are everything. Once those begin to fracture, rebuilding becomes a difficult task. especially when the destruction isn't being led by an opponent, but by insiders. This isn't a diss track doing the damage. It's exposure from within the camp. So where does this all lead? What happens next for the OVO machine? Can Drake regain control of the narrative? Or is this the beginning of a new era where even the most dominant figures must answer to the truth? One thing is certain. The eyes of the culture are wide open, and the next move will define the legacy. Can Drake bounce back from this? Or has Kendrick Lamar's diss peeled back layers that were never meant to be exposed? Because here's the reality.
Like Dot said, it's a long life battle with yourself. He's battling himself, bro. He's battling himself. He got so much stuff in his mind that's holding him back. The battle ain't, he already lost the battle with Dot. Now he's battling himself. Acceptance. Not appreciating, you know what I'm saying, who he is and all of that stuff. He matter of fact, he don't even know who he is. That's why he don't appreciate it.
Every time someone close to Drake speaks, the mask slips a little more. As long as figures like DJ Akademiks and Baka Not Nice keep addressing the drama, more receipts will surface. More cryptic stories will be hinted at. More questions will demand answers. What was once speculation is slowly becoming a pattern, and the entire hip-hop industry is locked in. This isn't about one diss track anymore. It's about what's been hiding in plain sight. The more that's said, the more OVO's tightly controlled image starts to crack. And now, fans aren't just listening to the music, they're paying attention to the silence, the hesitations, and the missteps. So here's the question. Are these just innocent slip-ups from a team under pressure? Or are we watching the slow, public unraveling of what's been carefully curated for over a decade?
Like I said, 2025 is going to be so official. Y'all going to be like, oh, snap. You know why? They're going to drag this lawsuit thing. They're going to make it a big publicity thing. This is Drake we talking about, right? Him versus UMG. They ain't just going to let this slide. This is going to be this is going to be like a YSL case. Yeah, it's going to be huge. So it's not over. The beef is definitely not over. Well, as far as the back and forth, that's probably over. Of course, they're going to throw their shots here and there. But the overall Kendrick versus Lamar conversation is far from over. It is far from over. We got that court stuff that's going on. And hey, look, we in for something. Trust me.
Has the brand been too dependent on secrecy and spin, only to fall apart when truth started slipping through the cracks? Let us know your thoughts in the comments.
Yeah, y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe. I'm going to leave a link in the description. And y'all let me know what y'all think. Is Drake over? Because his camp is the circles. The wires in his circle. Hey, look, it's troubling. It's troubling. He got to keep them paid. If he ain't keeping them paid, they're going to start slipping. You see what Kai Sinat did. He ain't rocking with him no more. It's done. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Big Kish signing out. I'm going, y'all.